Hitting the engine starts with the oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it mast and survived. To Dr. Esperanza Lisanta, Dr. Porfirio Siligaya, Engineer Reynaldo Di Mayakyak, and Dr. Lilia Ricero, good afternoon. I am Ms. Jamaica Maribeth Mlawi, Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management, and I am going to present to you my research title, Digital Competence of Junior High School Teachers in Distance Learning Education in Calaca District, Batangas. Whatever inevitable struggles come and passes, being receptive and resilient is a mass weapon. Pandemic hits and knock down enormous economic systems of several countries, unfortunately, includes the face-to-face session of learning. For schools, students, teachers, and parents, the impact of closed schools and no access to learning has been devastating. Many people have negative perceptions of how their kids or children may be able to be equipped intellectually and socially despite the crisis. Reshaping the school system of education is considered one of the keys to how education can be continued despite the pandemic. Conducting classes and delivering instructions in the new normal education are some of the major problems brought by the sudden shift in education. Managing a virtual classroom behavior and thinking for great opportunities and teaching strategies were the worries of several teachers who accepted the new normal education. However, the Department of Education, joined with its allied forces of teachers, staffs, and parents, have come up with an alternative plan to execute lifelong learning. As mandated in DepEd Order No. 12, Series of 2020, DepEd developed a basic education continuity plan to package interventions that would respond to basic education challenges brought about by COVID-19. In relation, DepEd employed multiple learning modalities to ensure the provision of learning opportunities while protecting the health and safety of everyone. It will be done through blended learning and distance learning. Distance learning is not a new fact phenomenon. It is a form of education in which the main elements include physical separation of teachers and students during instructions, and the use of various technologies to facilitate student-teacher communication. In lieu of this, teachers must have dwelt on different teaching strategies in which their digital competence will be measured and applied as an immediate solution because face-to-face sessions pose a high risk of spreading the virus. Before the school opening of 2020, what is on teachers' mind is how distance learning will be carried out in fact. So as everyone's readiness and preparedness are very essentials in distance learning education. Nowadays, teachers are expecting to be digital literate and must be equipped with different competence to survive in distance education. The proposition lies with how effective and efficient the digital competence of junior high school teachers in distance learning may be. Having been mentioned the challenges in the new normal where teachers are expected to be digitally literate and able. I, being one of the teachers in Calaca District, Batangas, aims to determine the digital competence of junior high school teachers to make their teaching and learning process more effective and efficient in the new normal. The results that will be obtained will be beneficial for everyone, especially for junior high school teachers as they are going to perform the instruction to be pro in lifelong learning, even in distance education. This study seeks to answer the following questions. First, how may the profile of the respondents be described in terms of age, sex, highest educational attainment, number of years in service, and relevant trainings and seminars attended? Second, how may the digital competence of junior high school teachers be assessed relative to information and data literacy, communication and collaboration, digital content creation, safety, and problem solving? Third, How may the profile of the respondents relate to their digital level of competence? Fourth, what support do teachers need to strengthen their digital competence? Fifth, based on the results of the study, what enhancement program may be proposed to reskill and upskill the level of digital competence of junior high school teachers? The study focused on the digital competence of junior high school teachers. As such, any other factor that possibly belongs to the digital competence that is not part of the defined parameters of the study is deemed out of scope. Moreover, the variables included in assessing the given problem are limited only to the parameters stated in the Digital Competence Framework Model as proposed by Vorikar in 2016. These parameters are classified as competence in order to survive in digital environment. The study is also limited only to the junior high school teachers of Calacad District, Batangas, and limited to the number of respondents who are unavailable at the time that the survey will be conducted. Also, the findings of the study are primarily delimited to the answers given by the respondents, which will be assumed to be true and correct. This study will be beneficial to the following individuals and agencies: the Department of Education, school administrators, students, teachers, and future researchers that will help them to know the importance of digital competence in distance learning education. From the study of the American Economic Association, as mentioned by Denison 2019, the improvements in teacher quality have a positive impact that contributes to student achievement more important than facilities and school resources. Indeed, being a teacher is one of the hardest jobs, but it has a sensational and marvelous experience that other professions may not have. In the article written by Anita 2013, professions like teaching must have a rigorous training and a workplace culture of high consulting and collaboration. Furthermore, professional educators must not only be compelled as having the highest degree in education. It was supported by Silver 2018. As schools become more technologically advanced, teachers also need basic technical skills. Some research stipulates the importance when teachers have a wide array of skills and adopt these skills to a variety of contexts like relevant trainings or seminars. As mentioned by Ferrari 2013, the purpose of digital competence is for citizens, including the students and teachers, to be competent digitally, to understand the media, to access information, to take critical value towards the information that is accessed, and to properly communicate with various digital tools and applications which are really applicable in today's learning landscape, the distance learning education. She also added that the way to attain digital literacy, educators must start first achieving the different digital competence by possessing the required skills. As stated by Mandina 2016, becoming data literate is a skill set that educators must acquire and nurture throughout their careers. Data literacy has been a focus of the professional organization of teachers and teachers' preparation programs. This statement was supported by Gomer 2015 that data literacy for teaching is the ability to transform the information into actionable instructional knowledge. Joint Research Center 2019 defined the importance of information and data literacy to teachers because teachers must know how to articulate information needs, to locate and retrieve digital data, content, and information, to judge the relevance of the source and its content, and to store, manage, and organize digital data which are relevant in a kind of new setup of today's education. In the book written by Lucida 2012, Communication and Collaboration Fluency or Skill refer to teamwork with virtual or real partner in the different environment. She also declared that a digital literate person, specifically as the teacher, should connect, share, communicate, and collaborate with others effectively in the digital environment to support individual learning and contribute to the learning of others even at distance. Bilbao 2019 added that there are a lot of available tools and applications that can be used to work collaboratively with others. Some of these are Google Forms, Skype, Blog, and conferencing like Zoom and Google Meet. As teachers included in the utilization of mentioned different tools that can be used in the teaching and learning context, teachers must have the right mindset or a way of thinking about how these tools can be effectively integrated into the lesson. Stapleton 2021 defined digital content creation as a process of generating ideas that is appealing to the audience. It is also about making information and expertise to anyone consuming the content. And according to Language Magazine 2020, one of the most popular ways to do this is for educators to create content themselves. In connection, Giesinger 2021 stated that technology is broadly employed to enhance modern distance learning. In our new educational landscape, teachers have been thrust into finding new or exciting ways to keep students engaged while doing distance learning. Vorikari 2016 expounds that, as teachers part of the teaching and learning process and digital environment, being able to know the right thing to do is very important. While Kimons 2020 added that it is essential to understand threats and develop strategies in addressing threats. Since technology is a phenomenon that seems to be uncontrollable, teachers have to be aware of how to safeguard themselves and the learners. The statement of Orgovani Gadros 2016 about problem solving as one of the digital competence, she expounds that it is the ability of the teachers to identify technical problems when operating devices and to solve them from troubleshooting to solving more complex problems. Several experts claimed that a problem solving, including decision making, is the key feature in the profession, so that teachers must be prepared to handle unanticipated situations. According to Gisbert 2015, if today's students are indeed learning differently, the educational system should consider new instructional design, incorporating more technology-based approaches, make greater use of technology-based open and flexible distance learning for teachers to be a good facilitator of knowledge into students. He also added that secondary education should respond to the growth in digital. So, teachers' digital competence must be molded in a right way and manner. He continued his statement in 2. Distance learning is a challenge because teaching and learning are complex. Distance learner teaching training program would be needed, and we must support staff added for that program. The study of Budnik 2021 revealed that today's societal challenges are require teachers with innovative thinking, the ability to adapt to different professional conditions, the ability to respond to innovations and use them in digital communication with students. It was also revealed that 17.3% of his respondents are dissatisfied with their level of digital literacy and are looking for ways of professional competence in this area. It is observed with keen interest that the figure shows the importance of two defined theories in developing the enhancement program to reskill and upskill the digital competence of teachers. The first circle is the theory of Edgar Dale's cone of experience to be added with revised Bloom's digital taxonomy with SAMR, which will result into a good enhancement program. These two relevant theories in education and technology integration in instruction will surely guide me to come up with an adequate development plan for the teacher to be digital competent even in different situations. This research consists of input of the paradigm, process of the paradigm, and the output of the paradigm, which are associated among the contents of the paradigm. The study aims to test the hypothesis that there is no significant relationship between the profile of the respondents and their digital competence. To further understand this study, the following terms were defined conceptually and operationally. The respondents of the study obtained from the total population of 271 junior high school teachers of Calacad District, Batangas, and with the help of Rausoft sampling calculator with 5% margin of error, out of 271 there will be 160 sample who will be part of the study from different secondary schools in Calacad District, Batangas. The data gathering involved the use of primary information using a survey questionnaire. The researcher will construct a questionnaire, will seek guidance and help from the experts to validate the questionnaire, will administer the questionnaire to the District of Calacat, will retrieve the questionnaire, and will use a 4-Likert scale to score the responses of the respondents. The researcher gathered pertinent information from different books, articles, and other studies. Also, the researcher utilized e-learning resources since libraries of different schools and universities were still closed due to community quarantine. The statistical package for social sciences will be used in the statistical analysis of data. The data gathered will be analyzed and interpreted through the use of following: Rousseff sampling calculator, weighted mean, and Pearson's R. The bibliography, the letter of request, sample survey questionnaire, sample curriculum vitae. Undoubtedly, being a teacher is one of the hardest jobs, but it has a sensational and marvelous experience that other professions may not have. Thank you so much for listening, my dear panels. God bless all of you and stay safe. Once again, I am Miss Jamaica Maribeth M. Lawi.